Welcome to Poems by Yas. Today is episode 18, and if you see behind me, I'm surrounded by so many trees because today's topic is called camping outside. So you guessed it, today I'm going to talk about camping. But first I'll be sharing my poem, and then I'm going to talk about Max, because each episode I share a personal story or a popular story that's been in the news. And Max is 11 years old, and he was camping in his tent in his backyard, and he saved up a lot of money that went to a charity. So stay tuned for that story. Then I'm going to talk about a very popular concept in Japan called tree bathing and the health benefits of being surrounded by trees, and that's why I'm surrounded by nature today for this episode. And then I'm going to share camping tips. So when you go camping, maybe some of my tips will benefit you. So let's start with my poem, Camping Outside. The sound of nature and trees moving in the wind. Small footsteps of the animals that cannot be seen because the darkness fills the sky. And the nature surrounding you hides the creatures lurking in the darkness. The moon in the sky shining so brightly. It's a full moon outside tonight. The tent is fixed in a perfect way, and you're snug in your sleeping bag, thinking of the bonfire that you had roasted hot dogs and marshmallows. You're happy now your tummy's full, hoping no bugs or mosquitoes will bite as you try to sleep so well through the night at the campsite. My story is about a boy from the UK. He's 11 years old and his name is Max. There was a neighbor that he had that was terminally ill with cancer, and the neighbor gave him a tent, and that neighbor passed away. So after that happened, Max decided to camp in the tent that his neighbor gave him. So he didn't camp just one day or 1 month, he camped for more than a year. So starting March 28th, 2020, he started to camp in his backyard. And people heard about what he was doing, and they started donating items for him, because whether it was raining outside or shining outside, rain or shine, he was in his tent sleeping in the night. So he ended up raising more than $500,000, much more than that, and all that money went to the hospice that the neighbor was associated with. So it makes us think that even when a kid is young, they can do something that can make a big difference to other people, because that money was used for a charity to help other people. So even if we look at ourselves, we can think of ways that we can save money or make awareness. So he was really smart, because I haven't heard of somebody else sleeping in a tent every day. I know I can't do that. I need to sleep in the comfort of my own home in my comfy bed. So for him to do that, that is a great sacrifice. He's sacrificing to save money and get people to donate money and raise awareness to give to a charity. And I think that is great. Have you heard the concept of tree bathing? Being surrounded by trees is very popular in Japan. It's called tree bathing. And trees have a lot of benefits. It's not just being in nature and breathing in fresh air. Trees emit oils, and these oils are called phenoticides. And what it does, it helps your body build some immunity against germs and insects. So it helps your immune system become stronger, and it helps you become healthier. So that's why this concept is very popular, because it can help you build your immune system, and it can decrease your blood pressure being around trees because of the health benefits, and it can help reduce stress and help you relax, because they say nature is good for you, and these are the benefits of trees. So if you do go camping, there are other benefits being around nature. Before you go on your next camping trip, check the weather. Make sure it's not raining, because you don't want to go camping on a rainy day. And be prepared, bring warm clothing, bring waterproof clothing, and don't forget to pack utensils, because when you go to your campsite, you need those utensils, especially if you're cooking. It's never bad to over prepare. You can make a list of items you need, and make sure you bring that first aid kit, because you never know if an injury can happen. And bring a big container where you can put water, so you don't have to walk so far for hand washing, because good Hand hygiene is important. And you can also bring hand wipes to keep yourself clean and your hands clean, and prepare meals ahead of time. Because if you know what you're going to prepare, it can make your camping experience easier, and bring things to do when you're camping so you won't get bored. Bring some books, bring some activities, and some games, because you're going to be outdoors. So that's really great to spend time with your family and friends at a campsite. Bring extra matches and keep them in a dry place so they don't get ruined, because you want to stay warm. And don't set up your tent under a tree, because you don't want branches to fall on you. So pick a good site for your tent to be set up. And you don't have to be so close to the ground because it can be colder. So if you have like a cushiony mat, you can sleep on for the tent. So those are some tips that I have. If you have some tips related to camping that can help other people, I'd like to hear about it. Write in the comments below what you do to make your camping trip more convenient, and maybe other people can see your tip and use it for their next camping trip. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Poems by Yas, and next week I'm going to talk about boating. So join me next week for my topic, boating.